Hello. In this video, I'm going to explain echo reading, which is a great way to practice prosody. So echo reading is, again, a great way to practice prosody, which is the patterns of stress in intonation in a language. It can also help students with hearing your pronunciation, so you're modeling pronunciation that they repeat back. And because you're rereading a text many, many times, it can support comprehension as well. So here is a text about climate change. Climate change is a serious problem that affects the whole world. It happens when the Earth's temperature rises over time. This is most likely caused by human activities such as burning coal, oil, and gas. These actions release gases like carbon dioxide into the air. These gases trap heat in the atmosphere, making the planet warmer. And this was a text that was created by ChatGPT. So what I've done is I've highlighted the noun groups, basically the subjects and objects in the different sentences. So you can see climate change, and then a serious problem that affects the whole world, the Earth's temperature, these action, gases, these gases, heat, the planet. Okay, because we want to emphasize at different points and really think about the noun group and how these words go together. So climate change works together. These actions work together. And we have larger noun groups, such as a serious problem that affects the whole world, right? And kind of keeping those together and helping students see how that happens. Then I've also noticed that there's a lot of circumstances. That's a term from systemic functional linguistics. In this case, it's mostly prepositional phrases, giving us additional information in a sentence. So things like over time, by human activity such as burning coal, oil, and gas, like carbon dioxide, into the air, in the atmosphere. And so what I've done between the noun groups and these circumstances, kind of highlighting chunks of meaning. Okay, and this is something that would be done before coming to class, right? This is something you would do as a teacher ahead of time, thinking about what are the different chunks of meaning throughout the text. And this text might be a much longer text, but again, you would find one paragraph or part of a paragraph that you would want to work on with students. You're not going to do an echo reading for a long text. Just pick a few sentences to do this with. Okay. So now what I've done is I've chunked some parts together. And so these double slashes are my visual cue for chunking things. What I normally do, not always, but is I take the subject and the verb together because they kind of go together. And then I often will separate out conjunctions. And so it would look something like this. When I pause, that's when you or your students would be repeating. So I might be like, climate change is a serious problem. A serious problem that affects. A serious problem that affects the whole world. The whole world. A serious problem that affects the whole world. I'm going to pause. So notice that I also, even though this is one noun group, a serious problem that affects the whole world, it is a really big noun group. And so I do want to break it down into the chunks within the noun group. So we have a serious problem, problem being the head noun. And then we have this relative clause that's defining the problem. So I can kind of break that into different sections. So then we will continue. It happens when the Earth's temperature rises. The Earth's temperature. The Earth's temperature rises over time. This is mostly caused by human activities. Such as burning coal, oil, and gas. These actions release gases like carbon dioxide into the air. Pause. Notice it's not into the air, but into the air, right? So helping students see that, how we kind of squish some words together, we drop some sounds, we tweak some sounds. So into the air. So you might do even those small little prepositional phrases multiple times. Sometimes you just, like the word when, we can maybe do once. Okay. These gases trap heat in the atmosphere. Making the planet warmer. Okay, so we've kind of gone through the whole thing, so students kind of have a sense, and then you would go back and maybe do sentence by sentence. So again, climate change is a serious problem that affects the whole world. Let's put it together. Climate change is a serious problem that affects the whole world. And we do it again. Climate change is a serious problem. Climate change is a serious problem that affects the whole world. Right? And then we'd go through, and eventually we'd be able to do the entire paragraph. But notice how that repetition helps with hearing the sounds. It helps with the rhythm, with the grouping of how we put groups together that create meaning. So climate change, like it goes together. A serious problem, smaller, a serious problem that affects the whole world, right? Larger chunk of meaning. And so it can really help, again, with that, the prosody of English. So thank you.